We've been taught all our lives that the Earth is
round.
Most of you probably have never considered an alternative. Well, what if I told you that that fact might as well be considered a myth? The idea that the Earth is spherical was likely first proposed by Pythagoras in ancient Greece around 500 BC by using primitive mathematics to try and prove his theory. Since then, mathematicians and scientists have shown support and attempted to use other methods to try and prove his idea. In fact, all modern research that has been done to explain the round Earth theory is either false or extremely flawed. During the Cold War, when the US and USSR began the race to space exploration, they quickly discovered that it was false. However, due to the prominence of science in the government, it was determined that the best thing to do was to continue circulating the lie that the Earth is round. The US government even went as far as to stage a moon landing in order to convince the general public that reaching the moon was possible. It also did this to try and lower the influence of the Christian religion by denying that the Bible's description of the flat Earth was true. In reality, the Earth is a flat disk with the Arctic Circle in the center. Antarctica is actually an 150-foot wall of ice surrounding the rim of the Earth. NASA employees guard the wall in order to keep it a secret. If the government continues to deny the existence of such an ice wall, they don't have to take responsibility for or spend their own money on water crises across the world. Government employees feel no obligation to inform the public of the truth due to hefty payoffs sourced from the money that the public believes is part of the space budget. But what about all the proof people have that the Earth is round? None of it's infallible. Walking around, does the Earth feel curved to you? No, of course not. If the Earth was round, one would assume that buildings in the distance would appear to be curved. And yet, they do not. Additionally, many argue that from the windows of planes, the Earth appears to be curved. This too proves nothing. Commercial airlines manufacture their windows to distort the view of the passenger and create false curvature. This is done to sell more airline tickets. NASA wants us to think that the Earth is round so that they can get funding for their
space missions.
In reality, they only use a fraction of the money they earn to manufacture fake space missions, all the while pocketing the rest. The government has shown that it has no problem lying to American citizens, so would you be surprised if this too was a lie? But what about pictures taken from space? Pictures can be so easily manipulated that these are quickly dispelled as evidence. While one can see satellites in the sky at night, it is generally agreed upon that they are not actual satellites. They are actually pseudolights or stratolights put there to trick us. Many point to satellites as proof that space travel and the round Earth theory are real, but alas, they are merely ploys meant to fool us. So instead of just blindly believing the lies the government is feeding you, take some time to really think about the truth. There's plenty of evidence all around you that the Earth is flat, not a sphere. When you realize the truth, come join the American branch of the International Flat Earth Society, which has members all around the globe, and help show others the government's lies.